And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday, and he's taking the risk, stepping in here against the newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight.
Saxton, just curious, have you ever exercised your right to remain silent? I am tired of all this talk about Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
You can see it in everyone's eyes. They all want this championship. The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion Hunter Hearst Helmsley and the young challenger Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the WWE that Rocky Maivia has arrived.
But Hunter Hearst Helmsley will do everything in his considerable power to stop that from happening. And as far as Helmsley is concerned, Maivia is barely even worth his time. Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering that Shawn Michaels will forfeit the WWE Championship live tonight.
Yeah, I saw a very dejected HBK earlier today. I couldn't even get him to crack a smile at all.
Well, that's just because no one's ever happy to see you, Saxton.
And Rocky is revving this crowd up.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count.
Hunter getting out of harm's way.
Big-time clothesline.
Good grief.
If Rocky Maivia is going to take down the more polished and experienced Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's going to have to do it with unrelenting energy. Rocky has to keep coming at the champion with big... Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
And breaks out of the sleeper.
Gets lifted into position.
All the way to the floor.
And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses.
And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart, take advantage, capitalize, and win.
Oh, colliding with the barricade. And Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside of the squared circle. Tossed back into the ring.
Oh, God.
Brought down with a DDT.
And Helmsley just showing his huge edge and experience here. I would say the most cerebral Intercontinental Champion we've had.
Cerebral, I like that description for Helmsley. Oh, he saw it coming. And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance, tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time.
I think Rocky Maivia shows more promise than any other wrestlers I've seen come into WWE. You talk about second-generation wrestlers, but with Rocky, you're talking about 3 generations. This guy is going to be phenomenal.
Rocky beats him to the punch. What's he going to do?
Big-time damage to the arm.
What are they attempting to do here? Looking for a suplex. No.
Whoa, maybe not.
Shoulders down. Emphatic kick out for the challenger.
Channeling his energy to stay in this matchup.
Ooh, a well-placed knee drop to the skull.
Before this match,
And look at this now. Yes, applying the submission hold.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to...
Trapped here.
Look at this. Look at this. Pounding away. Oh, and that'll break it up. Float over into a DDT.
Spiked.
Uh-oh, he could be looking for a submission here.
cinching up their opponent.
Fighting to escape, and he gets out of the hole, but some damage was certainly done there. Oh, what a response. Wow.
What a shot.
And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson in action will appreciate Rocky Maivia because he's a chip off the old block.
Notwithstanding his whip from way up, double axe handle. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all.
Wow. Kick gets caught.
Captured the leg. Big mistake.
Double axe handle. Hunter whipped into the corner. Nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle in a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Oh, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover, and Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. The official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner, and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
Uh-oh, somebody call the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steel.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia. Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. Ooh.
Able to fight Maivia off. Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look it. Hold it. Oh, reverses it. Shoulders down. Reverses the pin. Shoulders down. And an easy kick out.
Premature to try to end things now.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
Peter Maivia, very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Turns that in his favor. Headbutt after headbutt after headbutt.
You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
And Steele fending him off. Saw it coming and counters it. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Punch connects. Blow to the abdomen gets them out of that. Headlock. Oh, and a cheap shot right above the eye.
Look at Maivia going to work on the animal.
The High Chief has all the answers right now.
Here we go. Heads up the cage.
Perched up top.
Brace for this impact.
Like a guillotine.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself in WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard...
Can he do it? He calls off the pin attempt, maybe wanting to try something else.
Running power slam! Boom!
And now he's just facing an unyielding assault.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Well, George has certainly seen better days.
Placing him in the corner. Wicked clothesline. George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true...
Going for a pin attempt.
He's already done so much damage. What else could he want to do? Sharp punch.
Shoulder tackle. Now signaling for the door to be opened.
He's making his way out. I can't believe it. Back suplex.
He's trying to make his way up the cage.
Trying to get vertical, but he has no idea he's in the line of fire. Soaring.
Maivia gets stonewalled.
Ow!
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia's prepared all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
Headbutt! Oh, what impact! He answers right back.
Big punch finds its mark.
Peter Maivia turns that around.
Bam! Short jab.
Just raining down those shots to the back of the neck. Man. Double axe.
Into the pin. George is trying to seal this one up. Somehow breaks the count immediately.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Not an easy climb, even when you aren't in the middle of a match.
Fingers hooked into the cage and starting the climb. Victory could be close at hand, but first he's got to get himself over the top of the cage.
Every second he wastes up there is crucial time lost.
And that was a terrible fall to the mat.
Hurtling straight into the canvas from the top of a steel cage. Talk about a turning point in a match.
And now the climb down could be as tough as the climb up for him.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Closed fist connects.
A string of counters.
Oh, look at this. What a headbutt. Oof. Broken up with a savage headbutt.
Oh, are you kidding me? Is that a bite?
Oh, gosh.
Steel turning Maivia into the hunted here, looking to dethrone the High Chief. Uh-oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
This is grueling. Look at the torque happening here.
It's like living in a torture chamber.
Able to punch his way out.
And now he's looking to lock in this submission.
Twisting their left arm. Able to punch his way out.
Oh.
Took him out at the knee. Ooh. Took him out at the knee.
Oh, my God.
Maivia. Just dominated the animal with that one.
Big impact.
And now placed in the corner.
Went for something, but got a stiff elbow to the head instead.
Oh, that's vicious.
Oh, great wherewithal there.
Ooh. Big offense could be coming here.
And that holds Peter Maivia back. Boom, what a punch. Bang, he finds a counter.
Oh, God. Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming. A stump puller.
Desperately trying. Oh, man, it's over. He's tapping.
And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew.